Oh, hi, it's me, Chris. I just saw that Europe in Flames AGORA got a new update for the Arms Against Tyranny DLC, so I decided to give it a look. I initially wanted to play Siam and form the Ratakosit Kingdom, but their focus tree seems a little small and unfinished, so since I already booted up the game and it takes around 2 business days for the game to boot, I figured why not give a chance to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Not gonna lie, I am still recovering from the last time I played Saudi Arabia, but I think this is actually the best way to battle my fears. So let's just begin. We are ruled by Abdulaziz, of course. We got the Sharia laws, which is alright, but we also have this monster debuff, which would be very bad if we actually had an industry, but with only 3 factories is not that bad. So this is our focus tree. We have 3 big paths. Those 2 are kind of worrying, but we are gonna go with the caliphate today, which is gonna give Abdulaziz the empire builder trait in exchange for 20 stability. Not a very good trade-off if you ask me. What the fuck? It says here that it takes 58 days for the focus to complete, but here it shows 70 days. That weirded me out a bit, and we only have 2 research slots, so guns and research. Caliphate focus is finished. Next up, in good Saudi Arabian fashion, let's purge the opponent. We revised the Sharia laws, and now I'm gonna go all the way down to Nation Under God to get the 3rd research slot, getting some resources and some army bonuses in the meantime. There we go, we finally have 3 research slots. Let's now do Caliph. We are gonna get a very nice 1250 men every week. That's gonna deal with our manpower issue, and I cannot assign anything because of this debuff, so I'm gonna keep working on this tab that I don't really know how it's called. I guess it's the national ideas. Well, Brazil just exploded. I will be very upset if this one is gonna win the civil war, because this color just doesn't do it for me. Also, why the fuck is Paraguay this color? It's some kind of stinky green. Honduras has a focus tree. What the fuck is with all the Honduran focus trees? Why does everybody just want to do Honduras focus trees nowadays? And why the fuck does it look fun? You guys may see me play this one. Oh man. Now I wanna build a fruit empire so fucking bad. Oh, everybody else who's boss? They're at war with every single warlord except Mr. Mahu's son. But I think he suspects the Chinese of wanting to do some funny business later. The Italians just pussied out of Ethiopia because the Soviets intervened. You would say that a man wearing such a cool hat would have a pair of balls on him, but not Mussolini. We just claimed the whole Middle Eastern, Egyptian and Iranian states, and now we're gonna demand Yemen submission. Those 5 focuses actually generate a lot of world tension, so I might have to fight the allies very early. Oh, thanks God, Yemen agreed. I'm afraid I wouldn't have been able to capitulate them, because we all know how hard it is to get Yemen already, but they also had a focus tree, so it would have been impossible. They did not do any industrial focus though in 1.5 years, so that's bad luck. Anyway, let's demand the submission of Oman next. I am very glad they are not a British puppet or anything like that. I remember they were in this mod, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, Oman declines. There is no worries. They only have 1 division, so I'm gonna declare war immediately. They also seem to have more factories than I do, which is a little strange. I am not gonna demand the British and the French colonies yet. I am first gonna work on my industry, and especially I want to get rid of this debuff, because I am falling behind in political power. Oh fuck, I forgot. In this mod, if you attack a country, you can either raise troops by a decision, or they just get spawned as soon as somebody declares war on you. So the Omani actually have 3 divisions, and that is 3 too many, because we are fighting in this supplyless fucking desert. Oh yeah, and I forgot, my supply hubs are not connected. There we go, I managed to bait their troops out of the way, so I just walk into the capital. Oh my fucking god, every time I look at Brazil it just gets worse. There is now a 5-way civil war going on. That's even more than in Spain, and it looks like China is getting its ass kicked by the warlords. Excuse me? Does this not look like a connection to my fucking capital? What else do I have to do? I don't understand what the game wants from me. Just finished increased industry investments, and I can finally change my laws. It's been a while. Next up, we're gonna do the bedrock of Middle Eastern financial stability. Because we all know that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is all of those things combined. We are gonna get a lot of PP and one off-map sieve for every one of those countries that exist and has high friendly opinion of us. So we are only gonna get two. Guys, hear me out. I am very sorry it have come to this. And please don't unsubscribe. But I have to grant minority rights. I mean, look at those bonuses. I can't say no to this. I hope you guys could one day forgive me. And now that most of the racists are gone, I would like to take a moment and kindly ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 5k subs until the end of the year, and your sub will help me a lot. Also, don't forget to join my Patreon. You got it in the description, and you can join as low as $1. Thank you for listening, back to the video. I have a feeling that this is not gonna end well for the blue faction. Romania's communist also, what are they doing in the Czech Entente? Very interesting development has happened. Turkey is at war with Greece. They are both democratic, and Greece joined the Axis and Turkey in the Czech Entente. This might be the biggest Czech Entente I have ever seen. We finally modernized our industry. We now have this very nice buff. I'm only gonna get one more research slot, and then we're gonna be back to our political tree. Oh boy, World War II just started in early 38, so that means we are not gonna have an Axis this game, because when the war starts this early, usually Germany gets overrun really quick, and they are also fighting this unusually big Czech Entente, so it's not looking good. Well, started demanding Arabic states, and I got a little scared, because what if the UK just not only refuse me, but they just declare war on me and they kill me? Well, I don't have to worry, because my buddy Czechoslovakia has my back. They just guaranteed me for whatever reason. But buddy, I think you have more immediate problems to deal with. I'm just saying. Oh, okay, seems like building another supply hub and connecting it to one of them resolves the problem. I finally have supply. I can't even begin to tell you how many guns I lost because of attrition. Oh yeah, this is a big Germany. This part is really interesting, but yeah, of course. And they again gave those to Ukraine. Why is this? Is this like some scripted event that everybody gives Ukraine those two states when Romania capitulates, or what the fuck? I think this happened in vanilla first, but now we're playing a mod, so I don't understand. Oh my fucking god, the Brits accept my demands. Haha, suckers. Fuck you, Churchill. Abdulaziz is king. And thank you for giving me my land back. Let's now try to get Syria from the French. Oh, and we actually got to core the new colonies. That is actually really nice. We got almost 1.5 million population from that. Yep, I like that. We still don't core Yemen and Oman though, but it's fine. We can do this by clicking this decision, but not yet. And the French also agree. Unfortunately, they did not give it to me because they pretty much don't own it anymore. But god damn, this was my lucky day. Should have gone give a try to the pokies, not play Hearts of Iron 4 today. But that's fine by me. Let's attack Iraq. They will most likely join one of the factions, but I don't want to think about that because it makes me sad. I am currently fighting Iraq. They didn't join any faction yet, but it is very hard to push. That's because my army is absolute dog shit, and the terrain also don't really help me that much, so it's gonna take a while. And that's where the world has been screwed over. The Soviet Union is in the Allies, they are still in the Civil War, and also the USA joined, and it's only early 39. I'm still fighting Iraq, I can't push anything. Finally managed to pull some moves on the south. My army is still trash though, but I can at least sense a little bit of progress. My fucking god, I just cannot push them at all. This is how the war looks. I got them as high as 98%, but they pushed me out of this city. And there's just nothing I can do. It's finally over. It only took me like 1.5 years. It was brutal. And to be honest, it didn't really pay off. Alright, so what do we have to do next? We got a war goal on Iran. Unfortunately, they are already at war with the Allied faction, so most probably if I declare war on them, they will join the Axis. And I only have 13 very bad divisions, so that's not gonna end good for me. So we have to wait. I am kind of cucked out of my political tree. I can only demand Libya from the Italians, but that's not gonna do me any good. And in order to reborn the Rashidun Caliphate and get a lot of cores, I first need to control all my claims. And because Paradox didn't yet add a claimed state map mode, it's a little hard to figure it out. Well, not now, because I know exactly where I have claims. It's all of Syria, Egypt, Palestine, and the entirety of Iran. And it can be done, but not right now. I do not know why, but instead of pushing through the Belgian-France border, the Germans are actually pushing through the Maginot Line. They got the first steps of the plan right by invading Belgium, but then they just gave up. I am finally gonna get my last army bonus. Look at all of those green numbers. And after that, I think I'm gonna be ready to invade Iran. They've been quite successful on the Raj front, but I don't think they will be able to face me. There we go, supremacy of the army is ready. I do not have nearly enough troops to fight the Axis, but let's see what happens. And they still haven't joined any faction. The British actually invited me to the Allies, but I am gonna kindly decline, because they are still squatting on my territory, and I want it back. Oh, and they are actually sending me a lot of equipment. Thank you guys, I am totally not gonna backstab you in the near future. And Iran is down. It was pretty easy. I do have player-led conferences on, but I actually have 82% war participation, so I'm just gonna take everything. Alright. What do we do now? We need the territory from both the Axis and the Allies. The Allies are way stronger, but the Axis is not weak either. So I think I'm just gonna help the Allies for now. I think I will just be looking to capture the territory that I have claims on. Maybe push the Axis out of Turkey. I don't really know yet which move would be the best, because if I do that, I would have a lot more coastline to defend, and the southeast of Turkey is pretty easy to defend army-wise, so I think I will just set a defense line somewhere around those rivers. And after I pump out more divisions and I'm sure that I cannot die instantly, I will go on the Allies. I asked Italy for Libya just for shits and giggles, but they actually accepted. Now I have this piece of Arabia. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know, but it is one more piece of desert to add to my already gigantic collection of pieces of the desert. If you could pay for things with useless pieces of desert, I would be filthy rich. Okay guys, so it's been a while, it's almost 1943. I did a lot of army build-up. This is the template I use, the one that I use every time. I built my industry quite a lot and I started coring some of my territory because I needed some manpower. You can core everything in this mod with compliance, and I only core the most populated states because it takes a while and it gives me some stability penalties, so I don't want to core all of them. This is how the world looks like. There are three very big factions: the Allies, the Japanese faction, and the Axis. Russia is of course a Japanese puppet, and they are still at war with the Soviet Union, which is just Stalingrad. And they have only 10 divisions. I don't know how they are alive, but they've been alive and encircled in Stalingrad for more than 2 years. So without further ado, let's just start justifying on the Third Bulgarian Empire. It's only gonna take 90 days. Okay, the war goal is ready, and there is nobody on the front. Alhamdulillah, my brothers, Alhamdulillah. I will want everybody to be aggressive and just push. Got invited to the Allies again. If the Germans could have captured North Africa, I would have joined, but I need a lot of territory from them, so I can just shoot myself in the foot here by joining them. Should I capture the port of Beirut and kill Germans? A question as old as time. Nah, I don't really feel like it today. Oh, and I just finished my entire focus tree. I cannot do a single one. Time to use those guys. I use construction engineering for now. There we go. This is pretty much how far we're gonna push for now. We are cutting through the Germans army like butter. They seem very weak. Well, they did lost 4 million men. and France is still standing, so they are not gonna bother us too much. The problem is gonna be the Allied faction. I already assigned my armies and set up battle plans. I am gonna wait for those supply hubs to finish building, and then we are gonna go for our rightful territories. Everything is now in place. Let's declare war on Ethiopia. Again, there is no actual troops on the borders. It's just gonna be easy land grabs. I have very bad news, boys. I managed to capture almost the entirety of North Africa. It was easy as pie. The British are shit. The only problem is I wanted to take the focus to reborn the Rashidun Caliphate, but I do not control all my claims, and that's because we also have a claim on Cyprus, which means I will have to naval invade. But my navy is only those 2 ships, and I pretty much did not research a single naval technology all game, so it's gonna take a while. Not for you, of course, it's gonna be done for you in 2 seconds, but I will just sit here and build a navy for the next 2 or 3 hours. And I don't think that's fair. So please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel to ease my suffering a little bit. How can the French be such pussies? They only lost 2 cities, this one right here and Nice, and just from that they are 48% towards capitulation. They are not even trying not to surrender. I was looking around the world and I seen that China is doing well, and I said, well, yeah, good for them. I saw that somehow the Germans managed to capture the Philippines, the Japanese are all over Indonesia. There is the Nordic Defense Council in the north of Australia for some reason, but then I saw this piece here and I zoomed in and the Chilean Argentinian Empire, what the fuck? Then I go to South America and I see, yeah, that's a thing. Then I see that the Brazilian Civil War is still going in 1944, and then I thought, well, Mexico is doing very well. They captured all the way to Paraguay, and then I look up and Mexico is nowhere in Mexico, which is weird, and the United Kingdom just went for that Grand Colombia thing. And this is by far the most amount of action South America ever got in this game. Prove me wrong. Oh my fucking god. The British actually took their navy out of this zone, and my naval invasion just went. I built a lot of bombers and I've been destroying all the fleets that came into this zone. I almost sunk 100 ships. But even if with all this destruction, if I was setting my navy on naval invasion support, I would only get around 5% supremacy. I thought I will be here until the 60s, but the AI fucking saved me. Let's go, boys. Oh yeah, and the UK captured all of Italy, Bulgaria and Turkey. And they started naval invading Germany. And we can finally reborn the Rashidun Caliphate. It feels so good taking a focus after 3 years of doing nothing. The Rashidun Caliphate is now reborn. We got this new very nice green color, and we cored all of this land. We now have 51 million core population. We have another 40 million uncored. We are doing claim what is ours next, and in order to reborn the Umayyad Caliphate, I think we will have to conquer Spain, which is gonna be a pretty hard task, because I will need to naval invade again, and that's not fun at all. Well, I declared war on Spain. I only got 10% supremacy in Western Mediterranean, but that is not the problem now. The problem is that they are fucking pushing me like crazy. The Spanish have more factories than I do and about the same number of divisions, and it looks like they are also very fucking powerful, and I do not like that, not one bit. Oh yeah, and they also have 250 ships. That's more than I do, again, and it's already 1947. I can't keep doing this. I somehow missed it, but I just lost 100 and something ships in one battle. We are never invading Spain. At this point, I'm just better off trying to cross into Istanbul and invade Spain all the way through Europe. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to play this campaign anymore. No, fuck it. Fuck it, I will make a mental health choice today. And I'm gonna stop right here. I've seen enough, it's 1947. Kosovo is Australian, and the UK just brought Brexit to the entirety of Europe almost. I managed to build an already huge empire. I don't need Spain. I'm done. Done. I have disappointed Allah. but there's nothing I can do. So feel free to try it yourself and succeed where I failed. That being said, I would like to thank you guys for watching this far. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. I also want to thank my Patreons that helped me not actually needing to get a job. Mr. Flossy, Tommy Leawan, Arctic and CJ. Don't forget that you can join them as low as $1, and until next time, bye bye.